Man, they say when you turn 30, your body starts to go to hell. I just turned 30 on the 13th of August, and today at the gym, I think I pulled my hamstring, man, doing deadlifts. They weren't lying. Never had a sports injury before. I bent over with that bar. I felt my back of my leg pop. Oh no. 30 years old is the beginning of the end. All right, so it looks like what I'm going to be forced to do this year is take the most ridiculous and most just out of this world video from some video maker who just says a whole lot of nonsense. Last week it was Sexy Mario. When we play St. Louis, it's gonna be what's his name? Rockstar Rams. It's gonna be Rockstar Rams, I know, because he said some wild stuff, but we ain't gonna go too far into that. But I just happened upon a video from a man 49 Cents. 49 Cents makes reference to his discontent or his disbelief or his just general disagreement with the notion that Seattle was ranked #1 coming into the season, power rankings or whatever. And he goes off to spit off, random things like, did you win the Super Bowl? Why is Seattle #1? No. Did you win the Super Bowl? Well, obviously we didn't win the Super Bowl. We didn't go to the Super Bowl. Obviously they did go to the Super Bowl. They lost, but they went there. Asked, did we win our division? No, we didn't win our division. They won the division. We all watched that happen. He doesn't want to give reference to the fact that we were only, a game or a half game back from them in the division. But, we have no business being in the conversation of being #1 because we didn't win the division. It's okay to have aspirations of being a good football team, but we only had half a good season. So I don't understand what that means, half a good season. We were 11-5. If I'm not mistaken, we won more than twice as many games as we lost. So I don't know how we had half a good season. I would say 8-8 is a half a good season, right? That's just my logic. What do we have to hang our hats on? What have we done? 49 Cents, he kind of sounds like a Raider fan. Sounds like a Raider fan. He wants to talk about the titles they have, how many titles they have, how many division titles they got, how many Super Bowls they got. Who gives a fuck how many Super Bowls you got? You didn't get one last year. You're not going to get one this year. And you're just a little upset that people are picking us as the favorites. Why? Because you got there last year? You deserve to be the favorite because you got there last year and lost? That don't make sense to me. Call us a trash fan base. Now that's a bold statement. A trash fan base. I honestly don't even know what to say about that. I'll let Pigpen and 24/7 get in on that. 24/7, I know 24/7 gonna have something to say about that. A trash fan base, because Pigpen got into it with somebody last week, with a Carolina fan last week, about talking about somebody's fanhood. So yeah, you don't want to talk about somebody being a trash fan base. I know them cats from the Bay Area. If you want to talk about a trash fan base, people don't get fucking stabbed in Seattle over a football game. That's for sure. 49 Cents says all we care about is the 49ers. That all that's on our mind is the 49ers. He goes so far as to say that if we went 14-2 in the season and the 2 games that we lost was against the 49ers, that we wouldn't be happy. We wouldn't be satisfied. That we care that much about the 49ers. That we want to be the 49ers. That we watching the 49ers so hard because we want to be them. We want to be them. Well, he's kind of right. We do care a lot about the 49ers because we want to whoop that ass anytime we play against them. But trust me, bro, if we go 14-2, that means we probably won the NFC. We got a first round bye. There's a good chance we're going to the Super Bowl, man. So the 49ers are going to be the least of our concern if we're 14-2. Y'all probably be sitting on the couch watching us play in the Super Bowl talking about, yeah, but we beat them. We swept them during the season. Yeah. Now you can go sweep your kitchen while you're in there watching the game. He also said that if we went 2-14 and the 2 games that we won were against the 49ers, that we'd be jumping up and down and, jumping off of cars and having a good old time because we beat the 49ers. Man, that's the most idiotic thing I ever heard, bro. He wants to tell us about how we haven't done nothing. It wasn't that long ago. Granted, it wasn't all that recent, but it wasn't that long ago that Seattle was, again, the best team in the NFC West. It wasn't that long ago. Okay, we were in the Super Bowl in 2005. Okay, it wasn't that long ago, and we were good leading up to that point, and we were good on a slow decline after that point. Okay, we were still the best team in the division. We were still a force in the NFC. We were still the same team. You don't want to play us at home. So what have we done? Okay, we never won a Super Bowl. So what? What have you done for me lately? Right? You've made it to one Super Bowl. Year before, you didn't make it because your guy couldn't hold on to the football. Year before that, where were you? Over the last decade, who has run this division? 49 cents? Who's run the division over the last decade? We run this division, bro. You guys have overtaken us only recently. Only recently. And now it's Joe Montana days again, right? Now it's you guys got Joe Montana and Jerry Rice and shit again, right? Just because you finally got back. We've run this division over the last decade. Now this might sound kind of contradictory, but 49 cents, you can't take what's happened in the past and apply that to the present and use that to call your team better or worse than any other team. Now I know when I say that's kind of contradictory is because that's kind of what Seattle's done. Seattle has done last year, went 11-5, had a pretty powerful offense, later in the season, and looked almost unstoppable. But that was last season, and it's because of what we did last season that's got us the stature that we've got right now. But you want to bring up your 19 division titles and your 5 Super Bowls or whatever you guys got. That's ancient history, man. That's ancient history, bro. That's stuff hanging from the banners, you know what I'm saying, in your stadium, bro. Nobody cares about that. That's for people who come, for tourists when they come who never been in the stadium before to take pictures of, man. There ain't nothing to talk about how you're going to do this season. Maybe last year. Yeah, talk about last year. But you want to say that Seattle is too worried about you guys, need to worry about themselves, too focused on you. If I remember correctly, you guys made your signings based on the signing that we made this past offseason. We signed Percy Harvin, and y'all scrambled to pick up Anquan Bolden real quick. Once we got Percy Harvin, your head popped up like a meerkat. You had to do something. Focused on y'all? Man, we focused on winning. We focused on getting that Super Bowl, bro. You guys are scrambling to keep your position is what's really going on. You guys are scrambling to keep your position because you know in your heart of hearts, bro, you know you didn't want to see us again in the playoffs last year. Had we beat Atlanta, you didn't want us to come back into Candlestick. If you do a little soul searching, bro, take a long walk. I don't know if you're in Frisco, man, but if you are, go ahead and walk down to the Fisherman's Wharf, take in some air, maybe get you a little bit of seafood, and think about it. Soul search. Skip some rocks into the water. Did you really want Seattle coming into Candlestick again after what we did to you at our house? In y'all house, y'all beat us 13-6. 13-6? You managed to get one touchdown. Barely. 13-6. A win is a win. Okay, a win is a win. But you guys came to our house and got smashed on with your boy Kaepernick. And you say, all Seattle wants to do is talk about, how Chancellor, laid the business on Vernon Davis. Hell yeah, we're going to talk about it. If it happened the other way around. Matter of fact, when your boy, Golston? Was it Deshaun Golston? When Marshawn tried to truck him on the sideline, I think it was in the first game, and dude just fell backwards and with Marshawn in his hands, and they tried to say, oh, he flipped him, he suplexed him. Man, he didn't get suplexed, bro. Marshawn ran his ass over. The only thing he could do is fall backwards with him in his arms. Otherwise, he would have got ran over and Marshawn would have kept running. He would have had to leave the field because of all the embarrassment. Suplexed him. Y'all do the same crap, bro. And Vernon Davis got the shit knocked out of him, man. The shit knocked out of him. You saw his eyes. He couldn't even see. He probably didn't know where he was for a few minutes. All right, let's talk football for a second. Let's talk football. We played against Carolina on the road, and you already know that we don't play good on the road. The writing is on the wall. History speaks for itself. We don't play good on the road. We go into Carolina, we win. You guys invite Green Bay over, y'all win. If you look at the games were actually quite similar. The only real difference is we won on the road, y'all won at home, and you guys put up a lot more points than we did. But at the same time, you guys gave up a lot more points than we did. It was a close game. Kaepernick had an outstanding day. Threw for over 400 yards and 3 touchdowns. Not too bad. Not too bad. But your boy Frank Gore, the leading rusher on your team, had 44 yards rushing. Now you look at Seattle. Russell Wilson had over 300 yards. But the way I look at it is like this. You guys put up a lot of points on each other, which means your defenses didn't do much work when they were on the field. Carolina's defense is no slouch, and neither is ours. That's why the game was such a low-scoring game. You guys had a shootout. That means you guys' defenses were just not up to either one of the tests. So you guys are going to come into Seattle. Mind you, you guys went at home. We went on the road. We don't even win on the road. So you're going to come into Seattle and do what? Beat a team that doesn't lose at home when your defense can't keep the opposing offense out of the end zone? That doesn't even make sense. You can soul search about that one too. But our offenses played similar games. Both quarterbacks threw for over 300 yards, and the running backs did nothing. Points don't matter. The only time that points matter is at the end of the game and which team has more. That's it. 34-28 or 12-7 or 2-0. It don't matter.